Yo, what's poppin', guys? Sizzle here. Welcome to another episode of How's the HUD, and today we're taking a look at ZeesHUD by ZeesHUD. I think that's how you say it. It's like Z and Disastrous combined the one. Either way, Persona-styled HUD that a lot of people have kind of talked about and liked for a long time. Never tried it myself till now, and we're about to give it a go. First thing you notice on the main menu is this nice little animated border collision thing. I think that actually does look pretty neat. And obviously the persona type styling on the left. We have items, scout, I don't know, like pyro, I guess it's just signatures for each character. I wonder if these are like official or if they're like custom made, like based on assumptions of how they might sign. Either way, pretty standard characters select. Although I will note that the yellow borders seem a little bit more vibrant, while the purple borders on items, they almost seem like too thin. Like I don't, I don't really know how else to describe that. They're like thinner than the yellow ones by a good margin. You can notice, at least I can notice it pretty clearly. Either way, pretty standard loadout thing. You can drag up and down, left and right, and view your characters as you like. Pretty decent way of viewing the characters. Backpack. Pretty nice looking background for the backpack. You can see your items pretty clearly. Got the keys and crates alternating, and then Team Fortress 2 and like a brick wall. I don't know why it's like a black rectangle with like red on the top and bottom, but it's good enough. Yeah, you don't need anything super crazy for the backpack. Options are like options. We have workshop and min mode toggleable directly. Advanced options button, easily accessible as well. And then everything else just kind of dedicated to something on the left here. For some reason, achievements, the entire word is visible, but console gets cut off, which I think is really weird. Got reload HUD, I don't know what this is, and then viewing the news in the bottom right. And then, yeah, like party chat in the top left. Looks pretty standard, looks pretty nice. We got our find the game and quit buttons, which are pretty much just stock TF2. There's like a custom flash, like whenever I click the menu, it like flashes red. You can see it happening right there. Right, your whole screen flashes whenever you click stuff, which is interesting. It's quite a decision to make. But yeah, main menu, pretty minimalistic, pretty decent looking. Like the screenshot or whatever this is on the right here looks good, and friends list is alright. Kind of wish it was off on the left here in this empty space on the bottom, but it's not awful being where it is. It probably looks better there when you're in-game. We have a custom loading screen as well, another animated one similar to Weirdcore HUD. And similar to Weirdcore HUD, the animation is tripping, bugging out, doing what it will. But yeah, in-game, we have a very stylized character select. You can see a little bit of the actual game on the right there, but for the most part, you just can't see the game because you see this like TF2 comic in the background with the pick a class and all that. You can't drag the character models around on this screen, which is something I now have to check on every HUD because it was possible in that one HUD the one time. Either way, in-game, nice and stylized HUD. I guess the bottom left where is X and hit, that's probably kill streak. The actual menu icons are nice, and I don't know what's the word? They're not like rectangular, but the shapes are pretty nice on it. They look very well stylized. We have hit markers, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I know some people absolutely love. When you look at people, you can't see their health, which I think is a big problem. Like, I see Andrew here, and I don't see how much health Andrew has. Seems like a bit of an issue. If I'm on medic, I have multiple layers for the Ubercharge meter. I'm assuming that's for the vaccinator? Or is that just to show that you're going from low to high? I don't really know. At least on medic, when you're healing people, you can see their health, and it uses the same Bud HUD type fill-up bar thing, which I do really think is just a peak for, conveying information about your teammates' health. At the top, everything looks nice and clean, almost like high definition, even though I think it is just mainly stock. But yeah, nothing too crazy on medic. The ability to not see people's health normally is a bit of a downside, a bit of a problem. But other than that, it's mostly fine. The Sky Disguise menu is also fine. You get all the information you need. It's all in the right places. The meters all look good as well. I also like how they're multicolored. You got, red, green, and blue. That looks pretty nice as well. Got an engineer. Engineer stuff goes on the top left. We have like a little, you know, window to close out and whatnot, which I think works well with the style of this HUD. The 6 here when he has a shotgun, that's a weird looking 6, but other than that, all pretty standard stuff. Metal can in the middle, everything kind of where it should be. It's less like central than other HUDs, which I know some people view as a downside, but I personally don't care about. Dying to somebody happens normally. You see their profile icon. In Spectate, I saw people's health, and I saw everything I needed to see, and everything else was nice and transparent. You could spectate as much as possible as well. Stylization on this one is pretty neat, but overall, it's like not even that special. Like, I know a lot of people love this HUD, and I don't necessarily see what makes this HUD particularly nice compared to others. I guess a lot of people just like Persona as well. Maybe if you like Persona, this hits a lot harder. But as someone who doesn't really like Persona, this just seemed like a very stylized, pretty standard HUD. I mean, the hit markers thing is the only thing of note, which is weird. And it does flash low HP in the bottom left when you're low HP, which I'm actually fine with. I complained about that in another HUD because when I was on low HP, it flashed in the middle of my screen, and that was very distracting. On the bottom left, you're looking for your health down there anyway, that's completely fine. Yeah. Really not anything else to talk about here, I don't think. I'm just getting absolutely steamrolled by these random people. I keep getting, like, one-tapped. Yeah. That's really all there is to it. There's not a lot to discuss with this HUD. It doesn't do anything crazy. It doesn't have toggleable friends list. It's missing, like, a lot of features. The hit marker thing is just weird in my opinion. I know my opinion is weird in this case, but, like, you know, it is my opinion. But yeah, overall, uses some nice elements from Bud HUD, uses some very nice placement for everything. Nothing feels out of place, nothing feels bad. The stylization is there. I don't really care for it much myself, but it is there, and it's very much functional and good. End screen thing looks fine as well. And overall, this is just a solid, I guess, 5 out of 5 HUD. There's nothing wrong with it. I can't really... oh, no. You can't see your teammates' health. That's a 4 out of 5 HUD, in my opinion. Like, being able to see your teammates' health is pretty big. Not really generally, but if you're on Medic, if you're an Engineer, if you're on a lot of classes, or even if you're on, like, Scout, and you're gonna grab a health pack, but you then see... Wait, I can see their health now? What the fuck? I have footage of this. I couldn't see people's health before, but I guess it patched itself out. Hopefully it wasn't like that in the other HUD where I made that a whole big point. But yeah, overall this is a 5 out of 5. It's a very solid, stylized version of Bud HUD. It has the nice Bud HUD features on the health bars there. All the elements of everything are placed well. The colors look pretty nice. It's good. It's good. The only thing I don't really like is the placement of the friends list and the fact that it's not toggleable on the main menu, but everything else is nice and accessible, nice and functional, and it just works. Yeah, so 5 out of 5. My bad for the earlier remarks. They're just... I thought I didn't see people's health bars, but you do, and something just went wrong. So yeah, 5 out of 5 HUD, very solid for anyone looking for a stylized TF2 HUD with things placed generally in the same places, while fixing most of the problems of the stock HUD. This works. It works very well. It works very fine, especially if you like Persona, probably it's even better. And yeah, with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.